Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Susan for Susan Diamond Paints. Today is Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving, November 21st. It's the evening. I've been working on my diamond painting, the one that I have not going to show you guys yet because I'm doing it, like I said, a little differently. But I was telling my husband today at supper, I said, I got a video, I said, on my channel, I said, it has 60 views. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. Because all of a sudden it's like, I got a crap ton of views on one video. So I sat here, I was like, I'm moving videos around and doing things. And the video I released today, I just had a time lapse for it because I didn't have any voice recordings done for any video. So I was like, well, I'll do a not a time lapse. I released it full almost hour that it is because it's 2 colors. And they did 2 audio clips to go with it. So I didn't time lapse it, so I just lied. But anywho, so I was telling him, I said, yeah, I can't for the life of me figure out why it has that many views. And it's not all the way through, so it's just, people just getting snippets. I think somebody told out there in YouTube world that this chick right here got a southern accent for real, and you need to go listen to her. I think that's what happened, because I know I talk about The Labyrinth, and I watched that Thursday night. It was good. I watched it while I was diamond painting, so I was more listening than I was watching it. So, it can't be that. That's an 86 movie. Everybody should have already seen that by now. And like I said, if you haven't, go see it, because it's a good movie. But yeah, I can't figure it out, because it's just one of those it's a normal painting picture, but it's got 60 views. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. Y'all send it out there. So this girl got a crazy southern accent. If that's what I'm going to be known for, I will take that and run with it. So we went to Kohl's today. So first off, we went to the chiropractor. My husband goes to the chiropractor. So anytime I'm off, I go with him. And then we go to Cracker Barrel and eat breakfast. And I'll tell you about my breakfast. And then we went to Kohl's today. We stopped at Target. Went to Target first, then went to Kohl's. Then we weren't going to go to Guitar Center, but his dad needed to go to return something, so we didn't go to Guitar Center. We came home, and then I came out to my building here and then worked on my diamond paintings. I'm moving videos and stuff too here while I'm talking to you to make sure I got all of them in there. So, Cracker Barrel. Now, they have changed their menu. I don't know when the last time it's been since anybody's been to Cracker Barrel, but they have changed their menu. They changed it when we were at the beach, and then we came back, and that was last May. They changed it. We were really thrilled about that. So they've taken, the country morning breakfast off, but they have, where it's you pick whatever, pick your meat, pick your sides, pick, whatever. But he just, every time he goes, he'll say, I want the country morning breakfast, and she'll just do it like it is to pick whatever. Because that's egg scrambled. Well, he does egg scrambled grits, and then the biscuits and gravy. No meat. I'm usually the person that doesn't do any meat first thing in the morning, because sometimes bacon doesn't agree with me. I'm okay with sausage. The problem with sausage is it sometimes gives me heartburn, so I just can't deal with that first thing in the morning. But I got, they have 2 pancakes. It's a cream cheese cake. I think I call it, cream cheese cake. So it's 2 pancakes filled with cream cheese and strawberries, fresh strawberries cut up on top, powdered sugar, and then you get a strawberry syrup. So that's what I ordered, because it makes that look really good. And I got 2 eggs scrambled well with it, and then a side of bacon. So the waitress was like, last time somebody ordered that, we didn't have the strawberries. She said, are you okay with that? You're just the strawberry syrup. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Because I was like, that's fine, because I figured I'd dip the pancake in the strawberry syrup and be okay. So it came out, and it did have the sliced strawberries on top. And, it was really good. It was just, to me, it was just a cream cheese was like the thickness, I guess, of cream cheese. And when you mix it with powdered sugar to make that frosting type. But you spread that in like at the pancake, but the pancake's so warm it just kind of melts it a little bit. So it was kind of oozing out, and then strawberries on top, and the strawberries were really good on top. And then, of course, it still had their strawberry syrup, so I kind of dipped it in the strawberry syrup. But to be quite honest, I think you could just eat it without the syrup, and you'd be fine. So I ate. That was 2. Ate all my eggs. Ate some of the bacon. The bacon was really salty, so I had a hard time with it because we don't do a lot of salt added to our foods now. And then, so I ate about 1.5 pancakes, and I made Les kind of, cut off the other half that I hadn't eaten on, so he could actually try it and see how good it was. And he said, yeah, that's really good. I was like, yeah, I know, right? And so that's why I could sit here and eat both pancakes, but I ain't going to be a pig about it because I already eat my eggs. So he was like, well, we won't eat anything for lunch, and we'll eat for dinner. So for dinner, we had leftovers. So we had our Thanksgiving at my parents' house yesterday, so I had leftovers from that. So I always make the sweet potato souffle. So I made that yesterday, but Les had said earlier he wanted marshmallows on it instead of nuts. So I put marshmallows on it, and then made the recipe just a tad bit differently. It's my grandmother's recipe, but instead of using a cup of sugar, I used a 3/4 cup of honey. Even though the equivalent it is equal ratio, 1 cup honey is the same as 1 cup sugar. At least that's what Alexa told me anyway, because I asked. But that the honey was supposed to be better for diabetics, and my dad's a diabetic, than sugar. So I used 3/4 cup honey because the honey bear that I was getting the honey out of was somewhat used, but so it wasn't full, so it wasn't a full cup. So I used what I had. It's like, it'd be 3/4. And I mix it all together, and I'm pouring it in the pan. And then I got over here to the side. It's my butter melted. I'm like, oh, man, I forgot my butter. So I had to pour it into the dish and stir it up really good so they get good mix. And then I baked it. So I baked it, and then I put it on warm. I put the oven on warm because Les wasn't quite home yet. And I was like, well, I'll put the marshmallows on there. And so the marshmallows will be in the warm part. They'll get melted, but they won't be, completely melted. So they did melt, and they melted pretty good. And then right before he came home, or at least what I felt like when he was going to be coming home, I went and turned it on broil and broiled the marshmallows really good so they got a nice little brown toastiness on it. And then just pulled it out and just waited for him to come home. And then he came home, and we got it and took it over there. So we had all the good stuff. And my sister got the nothing but cakes. I told you about those. The BUNDT, bunt, like a bunt cake. That's the southern thing. Anyway, they're little small cupcakes is what they were. So she had that, and that was our dessert. So we ate over there, and my sister's got 2 new dogs, Gizmo, and I can, for the life of me, tell you what kind of dog that was. She's told me, but I can't remember. And then the bulldog, Bear. He's a cute dog. I mean, he's brown and got good light white color on him, and he's got pretty brown eyes. I mean, he's a pretty dog, but he's a baby, so he got them big old feet and a little bitty body. So he hasn't grown into his feet yet, but he was a good dog. I think Gizmo was the one that was peeing on the floor. I don't think it was Bear that was peeing on the floor, but they were supposed to be taken out every hour. But that's the kids' responsibility, and they're playing, so that's just how it rolls. And Emma, she's the younger niece. It's Emma and Jackson. They're the twins, and then Addison's. She's the older niece. She's the one that was born on my anniversary for work. Emma didn't feel good, so Emma pretty much slept the whole entire time while we were there, and then it was after. Getting close to the time we were all gonna leave. I'm only like 10 minutes from my parents' house, so we're good there. But she woke up and crying, and she didn't feel good, so she felt like she was gonna be sick. So She had a temperature. Trisha checked her temperature, and she had a temperature about 103. So it probably was flu, because I know flu's going around. There's no telling what those kids pick up when they go to school. So hopefully she's feeling better today. I'll have to check on her and see how she's doing. Make sure she's feeling better. But, it was all good. Good to see, see the kids and get almost volunteer told about Saturday, because they're going to the ball games, the Clemson-Carolina ball game. But Mom and Dad are going over there to be with them. And so this would be a perfect opportunity for you to come and spend time with Jackson. I told her about that whole thing with Jackson telling Les about why he didn't spend time with Les in person. But that's what I was like, he wanted to do something Saturday, and we were running around all over town Saturday. Sorry. I have to tell you the story about Applebee's, too, because that's an interesting one. So, that's how yesterday went, and then we came home, and I played some Disney Dreamlight, and then our friend DJ was online, so we played Rocket League last night, and they got the Nike stuff on Rocket League again, so they were having games you could play, different types in Rocket League. So Rocket League is you drive around cars, and you have a soccer ball, and you're hitting the ball in in the goal, and that's how you score. And then they have like different types of games. So they have a snowy day, and that's ice hockey puck that you shoot in the goals with your car. And then they have what they call rumble, which is it's the regular soccer one where you're driving around, but then you get I think it's like a minute or so within the game, you get a different item that you can use to to attack another player, or to get the ball. Like they have these what I call stickies, and then it's a magnet you attach that attaches the ball to your car, and then you can drive your car and your goal, and then that's how you get your goal, score your goal. So we like playing that with him. But anyway, they had the Nike. He got the Nike. Mustman got the Nike goal explosion for the goal. So when you make your goal, that's what everybody sees, and it's the Nike swoosh sign. So that's what he had. So I was excited about that. So that's what we did last night, and then we didn't stay up too late because we had to get up early this morning for him to go to the chiropractor. So Saturday, we went to Simpsonville, and he had to go into Kohl's to get some socks, which is another reason why we went to Kohl's again today, because he wanted to get some more socks. But he got some socks, and I didn't do too much shopping, because I just didn't really feel like it. And then there were things that we had to get, and I had to go home and do what I was going to do for Saturday night before Sunday morning for church. But we went to Applebee's to eat, and it's been a while since I've eaten at Applebee's, and I like the Oriental chicken salad. It's what I like, and I get the dressing on the side. But they don't do this anymore. They used to have a half-size portion and then a full-size portion. Well, I'd always get the half-size portion and be fine. The full-size portion is a bit much. I mean, it's the whole plate worth, of salad and the chicken. So they had it on the back. It was the 2 for $23, 2 for $24, 2 for $26. So the salad sits in the bracket of the 2 for the $23. So the 2 is you get 2 entrees, and then you get a free appetizer. And the appetizer we got was mozzarella sticks. But we'd been sitting there, for a little while. And then the waiter finally comes over, and he apologizes. And he's like, "I'm so sorry." He says, my area changed. He said, "They didn't tell me." He said, "So I didn't know this was my area." He said, "So, what do you want to drink?" And I was like, "Well, I wanted a strawberry lemonade." He said, "Okay, water." But he writes down strawberry lemonade. I'm like, okay. He's a little confused. And he says, "What do you want?" Unless, I want water. He said, "Well, if you want strawberry lemonade then, right?" He goes, yeah, I'll take a strawberry lemonade. He said, okay, then you want water. We're like, okay. He said, look, he said, because you waited so long, he says, I'm just going to get your drinks for you for free. He said, but I'll just charge you for water. But they don't charge for water because water's free. So we're like, okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Then, that's fine. So that's what we got. We got our strawberry lemonades, and we ordered off the 2 for 23, 24. Maybe it's 23, 26. I don't know. But anyway, his sat underneath the 26 item. So you got the sirloin steak with the broccoli and the mashed potatoes. And then I got the Oriental chicken salad, and that sat in the cheaper bracket. So they split the difference between the two. And the bill was like $24.50, I think. But there was these 3 guys across the way, right next to our booths. And they got the same thing, 2 for 24 or whatever. I know what the kid across got because I could see him. I don't know what the guy like next to me got because I couldn't see what he had. But they first got an appetizer. I don't know if all 3. Now I'm talking about a separate appetizer than from the 2 for 26 because there's 3 of them. They got wings. I don't know if all 3 ate the wings or if the 2 ate the wings because this becomes important later. But then they got the 2 for 26. So he got the sirloin. I can't remember what Les said he thought the guy got the steak, but he wasn't sure. But the guy next to him gets the mozzarella sticks because that's the free appetizer that they chose, just like we did. But that's what he ate, was the mozzarella sticks. So then he changed his mind about, not the mozzarella stick guy, but the one that had the steak, the one that I could see. Changed his mind about what side he wanted. So he tells a waitress that's walking by, he's like, I want to change my side. We did the 2 for 26, and instead of, I think instead of the broccoli, he wanted macaroni and cheese, and the guy across the room wanted broccoli and cheese. So she went over, I think, and changed the ticket where he got which one he wanted. I don't know if there is a surcharge, an extra charge for a specialty type item like that on the menu because I didn't look because I'm not a broccoli person. And I was getting the salad, so I'm not going to pay attention to the sides that Les got. He got the broccoli, so he was fine with that. So I don't know if there's a surcharge, extra charge, or anything like that for the special, what I consider the specialty, which would be the macaroni and cheese and the broccoli with cheese. So anyway, they come out with the first receipt bill for them, and it's all one. So it's the 2 for 26, whatever it is, the charge for the wings, and then I'm beginning to think there was a surcharge for the macaroni and cheese and the broccoli and cheese. But he was playing because he said, we're going to charge for this, and this came with the 2 for 26. And he's like, okay, well, we'll go back and we'll fix the bill for you. He's like, well, can you split it? He goes, well, how do you want me to split it? He said, we'll split it 3 ways. He's like, okay, we'll split it 3 ways. So takes the ticket back, has to go back through the point of sale system, obviously. And it's, now we're splitting the ticket 3 ways. So he gives them the ticket, and the ticket split 3 ways. But it's the way it's split is it starts individually charging. So that's how the point of sale system broke that 2 for 26 up 3 ways. It started charging this for this and this for this, and it just breaks it out because that's how the system does it, which I kind of figured. But I'm older and I don't know anything, and I wasn't gonna say anything either. So he comes back, and they're still going over it, and he doesn't understand why the bill's broken out when they got the 2 for 26, and now he's going to charge $9 for the steak, and the other guy's going to charge this for the steak, and it's the 2 for 26. So and I'm getting frustrated because here's my whole thing. On the first appetizer, if it was the wings, and you all 3 ate the wings, then you take the price of the wings, and you 3 of you will divide that up. So let's just guess. Let's just say the wings were $9. So 3 of you split that up, $3. You chip in $3. That's going to take care of the wings. The 2 for 26, you have the entrees. Dude over here has the mozzarella sticks. So let's just say, okay, our bill is 2 for $26. You ate the mozzarella sticks. You've got to put in money for the mozzarella sticks because even though it's part of the freeness, you're not going to do free here. So if you just guessed and said, okay, you have to put up front, $4. Let's do $4. I said, that's because I'm doing this and I'm telling this. I said, well, this is how you do $4. Say you put up $4. All right, so now it's 2 for $22. $4 goes towards whomever for the mozzarella sticks. It goes towards the bill. $4. Now it's 2 for $22. Now you're just separating the 2 for $22. So it's $11 a piece and got the $4 from the guy who's eating the mozzarella sticks. Plus you have your 3 from each of you saying if, the bonus wings were $9. I don't know how much the wings were, but I'm just saying, if they were $9. Pull all that together. That's your total for your bill. Then you each put towards, $1, $2, or $3 towards the tip. Bing, bang, bong, you're done. No. They had to get the bill split 3 ways. And then got disgusted with the breaking out of the pricing because that's how the point of sale system had to split the ticket 3 ways. I mean, really. When they could have sat there and did it themselves. And then, while they're sitting there waiting, even then before the ticket's coming out and split the 3 ways, they're talking about getting up and leaving. Or that's what really was starting to piss me off. So we're still kind of eating. So the girl comes by and she checks on. She's like, are y'all okay? And I'm like, yeah. And I apparently must have had a disgusted look on my face because she's like, oh, Mama's not happy. I said, it's not this. It's not the food. I said, it's that's going on over there. I said, how hard is it to split a 2 for $26 ticket? I said, they're making it too hard. That's all they do is just split it among themselves. I said, they'd been fine. Because now you're tying up a point of sale system that the waiter, who is their waiter, who's also our waiter, can't get our ticket until that fiasco is taken care of to print the ticket off on that point of sale for his login, I'm sure. So he comes over, he says, I can't give your ticket yet because we're kind of waiting on this. I'm like, dude, we're fine. It's whatever. It's whenever you get it, we're good. So when they brought the tickets over and, of course, it was separated by the 3, he was able to process our ticket and give us our bill so, that we can leave. So, like I said, ours was like $24.50 because I got the cheaper one and then he got the next one up. So they just split the difference and that's how they charge you. Because you don't get the 2 for a full 26 because I didn't get out of the 26 box. I got out of the 23 box at any rate. But we were charged for the water, so the strawberry lemonades were free, like you said. So we box up the rest of our mozzarella sticks. I ate all of my chicken off of my salad. I did not eat all of my salad, though, but that's okay because I ate what I wanted to and I was good. Let's eat pretty much all of his. He can't eat a lot of broccoli because it's high in oxalate, and that's what causes his kidney stones. So he has to watch, that content. So he didn't eat all of his broccoli, but he ate of it what he wanted. He likes broccoli, so there's no issue there. It's just he can't have a lot of it. So, by then he's like, you just want to sit around? It's like, no. I said, because by then the manager's trying to explain to them how the point of sale system works and why it's breaking out their charges 3 ways, and they just still could not understand why it did that. She's like, when you wanted the bill split 3 ways, this is how the point of sale system does it. It just breaks it out and starts charging you for what your portion is because that's how the system does it. You could have done it easier in your head. You could have done it with your phone. You had a calculator on your phone. What got me. It floored me, but I told Les, I said, no, I'm ready to go. I said, because, I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut and I'd probably say something, so. And then I was telling my sister about it. So Jackson, who's my nephew, she turns to me and she goes, hey, she says, because I told her about it, I just couldn't understand it. We're talking about these are high school kids probably. I mean, maybe seniors in high school. I'm not really sure. That's what the age they look, though. And he's like 9. And she turns to me and she says, okay, she says, hey, me and you split a meal and it's 2 for $26. She said, how much do you owe me for your part of the meal? He goes, $13. And she turns to me, she said, see, my son can do it. I said, yeah, I know. I said, but this is the future of America we're talking about over here. These 3 idiots didn't know what they were doing. I'm almost at the point where I just want to say, I hate to say it, but if this is what we have coming up in the world that's going to rule this country, we're going to hell in a handbasket. And that was a good little point that we had last night, too. We were talking about that and getting tickled because we were playing so poorly in our game. I said, this game, I said, they're scoring. I said, we're going to hell in a handbasket on roller skates, downhill. I mean, I was just adding all kind of stuff because I thought it was the craziest thing. I said, but that's kind of like where we are. I said, where is it that that's what I can't understand. So why can't you divide this in your head? Much less you got a phone. Use a calculator on your phone. I don't get it. I didn't understand it. Why you couldn't split it among yourselves? Because eventually when the guy figures out, he turns to the other guy who's sitting across from me. He said, well, you owe me $14. Well, yeah, duh. I mean, that's how that works. So that must have been part of the price of the boneless wings. So eventually he figured that out. He just couldn't figure out why the ticket was split the way it was. But it's just kind of like when you mess with the point of sale system, that's kind of what happens. I mean, it just has to break it up and it has to price it individually, and then that's just how you go. They're, oh, no, but this is, no. It's like, no, whatever. I was just done by then. I was ready to go home because that was just frustrating the crap out of me. So, I think that's enough venting for you today. And you at least get the whole Applebee's story. I was sitting there just, it was just, I don't think I tell, I didn't tell DJ about it Saturday night because I talked to him Saturday night when we played. But I told him about it last night. And he was just shaking. He said, I just don't get it. I said, dude, I just don't either. I said, I just don't get it at all. I said, kids these days just drive me crazy. But I guess I will leave it with that because I've just rambled 26 minutes sitting in my chair in my room where I diamond paint doing nothing. So see, I can talk to you and ramble and not have to be driving my car. So now I got a little voice recording to go with the whatever video I drop for y'all tomorrow. So I will see y'all later. Bye.